You know what I love? I love when a company announces a product using so many buzzwords that you genuinely have no idea what they just said. Microsoft revealed their next Xbox console, Project Helix, and I read the spec sheet 3 times before I realized I don't know what this thing actually does. Neural texture compression, GPU-directed work graph execution, next-gen ray regeneration for RT and path tracing. Because here's what I actually learned from Microsoft's big reveal at GDC 2026. They're selling you a gaming PC with an Xbox sticker on it, for what I can only assume will be premium console prices, and they're hoping you won't notice because they say neural enough times. On March 11th, 2026, at the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, Xbox VP Jason Ronald took the stage for the Xbox Developer Summit and dropped specs for Project Helix, Microsoft's next-generation console. And the gaming community went, "What? Isn't that just a PC?" Because that spec sheet reads less like a console reveal and more like someone asked AI to generate gaming hardware announcement, but make it maximum confusing. Now, I've been a gamer and also as terminally online as anyone else. I've sat through every console generation reveal, and I can tell you with absolute confidence when a company uses this many technical terms without explaining what any of them actually mean, they're either hiding something or they don't know either. So today we're going to do what Microsoft should have done. We're going to translate this entire announcement to English, figure out what you're actually getting, and answer the question everyone's asking. Is Microsoft trying to exit the console market without admitting they lost to Sony? Let's start with the actual specs Microsoft revealed. I'm going to read them exactly as written, and I'm going to tell you what they actually mean. Powered by custom AMD SoC. Okay, this one's easy. That's a chip. Every console has one. The PS5 has a custom AMD chip. The Xbox Series X has a custom AMD chip. Your phone has a chip. This is like announcing your car has an engine. Fine. Co-designed by next generation of DirectX. This is where it gets fun. DirectX is Microsoft's graphics API for Windows PCs, so this console is co-designed with PC architecture, which means it's a PC. We're literally 2 bullet points in, and we've already admitted it's a PC. Microsoft also announced that Xbox mode is rolling out on Windows 11 in April 2026, so you can just turn your PC into an Xbox with software for free. Really nailing that console identity there, guys. Next-gen ray tracing performance and capabilities. Oh, how neat. So basically tech that every GPU for the last 3 years maintains. NVIDIA's 50 series cards, AMD's RDNA 4. My current PC does ray tracing. What makes yours next gen? Oh, you're not going to tell me. Okay. Oh, you're just going to say next gen and move on. Sweet. GPU directed work graph execution. It lets the GPU schedule its own tasks instead of waiting for the CPU to tell it what to do. It's a real thing. It's useful, but it's not new. It's not exclusive, and it's already on PC. It's already on Xbox Series X. They just renamed it and put bullet points on it like it's revolutionary, I guess. And then we get to the AI section of the spec sheet, because of course we do. It's 2026. You can't announce a product without saying neural at least 6 times. Built for next generation of neural rendering. Neural rendering is cool. It's AI-enhanced graphics. NVIDIA's had it for years. It's called DLSS. AMD has it. It's called FSR. Intel has it. It's called XESS. Next generation ML upscaling. That's the same thing, you just said it twice. New ML multi-frame generation. Oh god, that's frame generation. NVIDIA's had that since the 40 series. You're just describing DLSS 3 but refusing to call it that because it's AMD's hardware. Oh, and here's my favorite part. Microsoft says this will deliver an order of magnitude improvement in ray tracing performance. An order of magnitude is a 10x leap. That's a massive claim. You know what you need to back up a claim like that? Numbers, benchmarks, frame rates, comparisons, literally any quantifiable data. You know what Microsoft showed? I'm tired of companies revealing stuff so far in advance that it's literally just a concept to the rest of us. Video games have been a huge culprit of this for like a while now, and it's just also tiresome. Like, they do a reveal for something that's not coming out for like 2 to 5 years, and we're just supposed to get excited. Let's talk about what Project Helix actually is, because once you strip away the buzzwords, the picture gets pretty clear. This is a gaming PC running a custom version of Windows with Xbox branding. It plays Xbox games and PC games. With Microsoft explicitly confirmed, it uses PC architecture, it's co-designed with DirectX, which is a PC graphics API, and developers are getting alpha units starting in 2027, which means this thing isn't launching until late 2027, at the earliest, I would imagine. So best case scenario, you're buying this in 2028, by which point the PS6 will probably be out. And here's the thing that's driving everyone crazy. We've seen this product before. It's called a pre-built gaming PC. You can buy one right now from a dozen different companies. They play Xbox games through the Xbox app. They play PC games through Steam. They do ray tracing. They do upscaling. The only difference is those PCs don't say Xbox on the front, and they don't lock you into Microsoft's ecosystem. Because let's talk about that word, Premium. Microsoft keeps using it. Jason Ronald said Helix is targeting premium performance. Asha Sharma, the new CEO of Microsoft's gaming division, called it a premium experience. You know what premium means in corporate speak? Expensive. It means we're going to charge you $800 to $1,000 for this thing and act like it's a deal. The Xbox Series X launched at $500. The PS5 Pro is $700. A decent pre-building gaming PC with equivalent specs to what Microsoft's describing? Okay, I had to come back and redo this part because, frankly, in this economy, I don't even want to think about the price of like a strong gaming PC. So when Microsoft says premium, they're saying, we're selling you a lockdown PC, but we're calling it a console so you don't notice. Now here's where it gets really interesting. During the reveal, Jason Ronald said something that made everyone's head explode. The days of people defining themselves as a console, PC, or mobile gamer don't really exist anymore. Bro, have you been on the internet? Do you know where you are right now? Gamers have literal religious wars over console versus PC. People have their PlayStation logos tattooed on their bodies. Xbox fans defend Game Pass like it's their firstborn child. The console identity is live and well. What's happening is Microsoft doesn't want to be a console anymore. They don't want to compete with Sony on hardware. They don't want to eat the losses on console sales. They don't want to be locked into a 5-year hardware cycle that they keep losing. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Xbox is getting demolished in the console war right now. The PS5 has outsold the Xbox Series X and S by a massive margin. Microsoft barely even reports console sales numbers anymore because they're embarrassing. So what do you do when you're losing a war? You change the definition of winning. You stop making consoles and start making premium gaming devices. You blur the line between PC and console until nobody knows what they're buying. You put Xbox games on PlayStation. You put Xbox mode on Windows. You make Game Pass the only thing that matters and hope people forget you ever sold hardware. And look, I get it. From a business perspective, this makes sense. Microsoft never made money on Xbox hardware. They made money on software, services, and Game Pass. If they can turn Xbox into a platform instead of a console, they win. But here's what pisses people off. They're doing it while pretending they're not doing it. They're saying, we're still committed to consoles while literally describing a PC. They're saying platform identity doesn't matter while building their entire strategy around making you stay in the Xbox ecosystem. Just admit you're selling gaming PCs now. It's okay. Just don't insult our intelligence with things like neural texture compression and GPU-directed work graphs. Don't tell us platform identity is dead when you're charging platform-exclusive prices. So let's go back to where we started. That spec sheet. The one that looked like AI-generated Buzzword Bingo. You know what the real spec sheet should have said? Project Helix. It's a PC. Runs Windows, plays PC games and Xbox games, uses AMD hardware like every other PC, has AI upscaling like every other modern GPU, ships in 2028 maybe. There. I just saved Microsoft's marketing team 6 months of work. And that order of magnitude improvement Ronald promised, until we see actual benchmarks, actual frame rates, actual numbers, that's just like 10 times the buzzwords. Look, I don't hate Xbox. I want Xbox to succeed. I grew up with the Xbox. Playing the original Halo trilogy for the first time is still one of my favorite gaming memories ever. And honestly, I do feel that Game Pass is one of the best deals in gaming right now. But this isn't it. This is a company that's so afraid to admit they're pivoting away from the console experience that they're hiding behind jargon, hoping we just don't notice. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe when this thing actually launches in 2028, it'll be incredible. Maybe it'll justify the premium price. Maybe those neural rendering features will blow our minds. I'm not holding my breath. Because here's what I learned from all my years just being interested in tech. When a company can't explain what their product does in simple terms, it's usually because it doesn't do anything new. And when they're using so many buzzwords, they're selling you something you already have. And on a side note, because I do feel that this is important, we still need content that actually pushes this technology forward. I mean, this is a very strange time for gaming right now. And unless developers are just cranking out new engines for every new title they're releasing, I feel we have little reason to follow along that closely. So here's my question to you. Would you buy a Project Helix? Are you excited for a premium Xbox branded PC? Or should Microsoft just admit defeat and just go full third-party publisher? Let me know in the comments because I just want to know if maybe I'm just being silly here. And to Jason Ronald, if you happen to be watching, I'll give you $10 if you can describe GPU-directed work graph execution to a 5-year-old without having to use the word pipeline.